This is the story of a young producer who had the dream opportunity of a lifetime, but then quite literally sold it away, demonstrating the #1 thing you should never do in the music industry. The selfish decision that Philadelphia producer Forza made back in 2019 could have very easily ended his music career. In fact, it kinda did. After getting publicly exposed by his high school friend Lil Uzi Vert on Twitter, Forza's career was never the same.
Is that a Forza beat? If it is, no.
He was kicked out of the hottest producer group in the game working on Dying, and as of today, none of his songs with Uzi have ever released. To make matters worse, after one of their leaked collabs was remixed with a new beat and went viral on TikTok, much to the dismay of Forza, the song would officially drop. However, there are two sides to every story, and despite Forza declining to do an interview with me, something he did mention though in this email, along with Uzi's recent Rolling Loud performance, leads us to believe that this story may actually have a happy ending. So make sure to stick around for the end.
Alright. Bro, I'm about to cry, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
The chance to work with the hottest artist in your city is the dream of any upcoming producer. However, it was extra special for this one. Forza and Lil Uzi Vert have known each other since they were little kids. They played youth football together and remained pretty close throughout high school in Philly. Forza was also good friends with the founders of the producer group working on Dying, which at the time was just Filthy and his younger brother Oogie Man.
Wake up, Filthy.
The three would skateboard together almost every day in middle school since Forza lived nearby.
So I like start skating and shit, you know, we just start talking and everything. Like we just been cool since then, like 6th grade and shit, like.
Inspired by the underground scene, Filthy was the first one to try his hand at producing, before then passing his knowledge down to his brother. His brother Oogie Man also attended Northeast High School alongside Forza, Uzi, and Lucy Man and Brandon Finessin, two more current members of the group. Back in 2012, it was some high school kids playing around on Fruity Loops, but after grinding for years and adding a few new members, today Working on Dying features some of the hottest producers out. I'm sure you've heard at least one song with their iconic tag.
I'm working on dying.
The collective had formed a very close working relationship with Uzi through the years, from landing placements on his debut mixtape to then having their hands on some of Uzi's biggest hits in his career. This trust that the group had earned is what makes Forza's actions in 2019 even more unfortunate. Forza himself had been landing placements with artists such as Maddox, Blade, and Lucky, as well as unreleased tracks heard with Playboi Carti, Juice WRLD, and of course his good friend Lil Uzi Vert. These still unreleased Uzi songs include, of course, Watch This and 1600 to name a few. It's very likely these tracks were going to appear on Uzi's long-awaited second studio album Eternal A Take, giving Forza the big break he'd been waiting for his whole life. With an estimated 100 plus songs recorded with Uzi during the making of the project, it was no surprise to see Working on Dying members all over the final track list. However, Forza was nowhere to be found. But that also wasn't surprising given what went down just 3 months prior. November 29th, 2019. At the time, 23-year-old Forza was in serious need of some money. To put it simply, he was broke. As a result, Forza would then decide to take the easiest bag possible and sell unreleased Uzi songs he had stored on his computer. Going behind your artist's back, and in this case your homie's back, and selling songs to leakers is a guaranteed way to lose your trust. And we know from the past that Uzi is definitely not a fan of leakers, as he's not only stated that leaks are often the reason for delays in his rollouts, but then he also pulled up on one and embarrassed him in this viral video.
Like I should be slapping shit out your frail ass. Stand up. Skinny ass, ass nigga, sit down. The f is wrong with you?
But after a fan page would DM Uzi the screenshot of Forza trying to sell his songs, he would immediately call him out on Twitter. Forza lucky I ain't F him up like I ain't know he was stealing and selling music. We should have stomped you out, but just kicked you out your sweet bitch sleep outside. If you don't know, this is who was leaking and selling. I know you call this sh. Uzi had every right to be pissed off. It was originally rumored that Forza had leaked around 10 unreleased Lil Uzi songs. However, as we'll see in a second, Forza would later claim this to not be true. But regardless, it was all a very bad look for him and the entire Working on Dying collective. They were forced to take action. Working on Dying's relationship with Uzi is still strongly intact. We have taken the necessary steps to resolve the issues surrounding the security of his art. That necessary step was sadly removing Forza from the group, ending both their working relationship as well as long friendship.
You know, I just want to get in front of this to say that, like, working on Dying as a collective isn't involved in shit. It was one person who was a part of our collective that decided to do some dumb shit, and there are consequences to that.
But according to Forza, the situation had been blown way out of proportion. First, he would take to Instagram and share his side of the story. When you dedicate 3 years to working with one artist while they continue to make millions and you don't make a single penny, then come talk to me. It's not like I was being paid and was just being greedy. Couldn't even pay for rent. Dudes wasn't even gonna help me buy a new laptop when mine broke. I have a family and bills, you people as sheep. Unfortunately though, that's how the music industry works. Producers typically don't get paid for their beats until the artists and labels officially release the songs. But some fans argue that Uzi was in the wrong for recording over Forza's beats than just stashing them. And I guess considering how rich Uzi is, he could have easily slid his homie a little cash.
What's good, bro? Can you pay for my college tuition?
How much is your college tuition?
90 grand, I go to Temple, bro.
90 grand? I could pay for that.
Forza would also claim that he didn't actually leak all the Uzi songs himself, only sold Nicki Minaj and Thailand somebody hacked for the rest. I was hurt when Fake from the Jump released, Forza explained. Why would I leak? Of course in 1600 they actually had potential to be hit songs. Now it's definitely possible that Forza is telling the truth about getting hacked. I already did a whole video on that crazy business too if you want to check it out. But regardless of whether or not the songs Forza sold were 2 throwaways or if they were indeed intended for the album, he still admitted to selling Uzi's music without his permission, which is not cool, despite just tweeting about how much he himself hates leaks. Forza could have worked another job to make some money and get by, because again, if he would have waited a few more months, he would have had at least one placement on Eternal a take. But it was also a very tough situation and we don't know the full details. After tweeting this concerning self-harm tweet following the fallout, it was later reported that Forza had joined the Marines in 2021, which seemed to get a laugh out of Uzi. This was really looking like the last we'd ever hear about Forza.
What Forza did, but please God drop watch this, it's been almost 3 years, sad face.
Is that a Forza beat? If it is, no.
To make matters worse, in February of this year, we would finally see one of Forza and Uzi's long-awaited songs officially drop. However, Forza's beat had been replaced. Their track titled Watch This was initially previewed on Instagram back in 2019 and was expected to be on Eternal a Take. But after the song and even music video leaked in its entirety, maybe by Forza himself or as he claims by a hacker, producer Arizona Tears would remix the track with a new plug-in B type of beat. This remix quickly went viral on TikTok and led to Atlanta Records then releasing the song on all streaming platforms, going on to chart in many countries. Now it was Forza's turn to be pissed. This shit effing sucks. I hate y'all TikTok people. The effing disrespect. It's hard to not feel bad for Forza here, but I guess at the same time he did bring it upon himself. Miss my brothers, man, hate how everything turned out. I give up on producing, gonna finish my masters and disappear. However, right when all hope seemed lost and Forza was ready to call it quits, less than a month after this tweet, Lil Uzi Vert would headline Rolling Loud Cali back in March, and one song he played instantly brought Forza, as well as a lot of us fans, to tears.
Okay then. Alright.
If you know this shit, make some go fucking crazy.
What? No, he didn't. Yo, chat, what the f?
No, he didn't.
Yo, chat, I'm about to cry, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro.
Uzi performed his unreleased song, Of Course, live on stage, a fan favorite grail produced by Forza back in the Eternal a Take era. Many fans take this as a sign that the two have made amends, and that Uzi might even include Of Course on his upcoming Pink Tape album. When I reached out to Forza to see about hearing directly from him, he declined, which is totally respectable, but it was his reasoning that I found interesting. I'm not exactly sure how cool they are, but after hearing this and after seeing Uzi perform Of Course, I think the two are at least on better terms now. now. These past few months, Forza has been going live while making beats on his Twitch channel Planet Forza, in which he also mentioned this good news during a recent stream.
I've been talking to A&R, so I'm gonna send it definitely with a pack that I'm working on right now for sure. So
Forza is also not the only producer to ever be accused of selling unreleased songs. From big names like Jetson Maid being blamed for Cardi leaks, to even producers like Murda Beats who admitted to selling songs for some easy cash.
Because I used to leak the Migos music.
Did you really? On purpose?
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
If they weren't gonna use the song, I would just drop it on my SoundCloud and the blogs would pick it up.
What Forza did back in 2019 was undoubtedly wrong. However, he's not the first producer to sell leaks, and he definitely won't be the last. It was not an easy situation, and I'm sure he regrets his decision looking back. As now a 27-year-old soon-to-be father, I really hope he can find some peace. Almost 4 years later, it appears that Forza and Uzi are both attempting to do that. Put this behind them and move forward.